I want to show you a new addition to the chicken yard, which is actually saving me a lot of work. And we'll also be planting some comfrey today. For a few years, I've actually been wasting time running a weed eater where the chickens could actually be doing that work for me. I decided to install a chicken tunnel that runs all the way back to the chicken yard. The tunnel is 65 feet long and it's made out of 3-foot tall 2x4-inch welded wire. Let me see if I can't coax them over with some seed. I'll get them in there so you can see them in there doing their business. They come through that opening right there in the fence and they work their way 65 feet all the way that direction. What I'm going to do in here today is I'm going to be planting comfrey on this side of the fence at 2-foot intervals. And that's going to provide a nice amount of biomass for me to use as mulch, use as livestock fodder. But they'll be able to reach through at their leisure and snack on that comfrey. I'm going to establish my plantings at least a foot off of the fence line, which will allow the chickens to work that side of the plant at their leisure. But this side of the plant will remain intact. First, I'm going to remove all this comfrey leaf. And although I can use this for many different things, I'm going to just use it as a chop and drop mulch around the base of this tree for now. A couple different ways you can go about removing your comfrey is you can take the spade of your shovel and slice down through the middle of this crown, severing it and leaving a portion of it in the ground intact. Or you can take and remove the entire crown, which is what I prefer to do in most cases, and I'll explain why in a minute. Some good chicken food right there. Where this has been cut off and the roots still remain in the soil, comfrey will continue to grow here. So I don't actually need to put this crown back in this location if I want comfrey to be here, because it's going to remain no matter what. So just make sure that when you plant comfrey, it's in an area that you want comfrey to be, because you will have a hard time eradicating it. If you want your crowns to have a lot of roots on them, you want to make sure that you dig down fairly wide and fairly deep around your crown so that you can extract as much root material as possible. Rinsing this off isn't completely necessary, but it makes it a lot easier to identify what you're working with. And for demonstration purposes here, want to kind of open this up so you can see. All of these roots can just be snapped off, and every one of these roots placed in the ground will grow a new plant. This could probably be split down 3 or 4 more times, and each one of those root fragments will grow a comfrey plant. You can chop these crowns with a sharp machete or sharp knife. I prefer to just pull them apart by hand, and then you can just kind of separate them, and each one of these will grow a healthy plant. Most long-handled round point shovels are about 5 feet in length, and that can vary from brand to brand and shovel to shovel, but it just requires you kind of learning your specific tool. And so on this particular tool, just past this is about 1 foot. I put a mark on here so that I'll know where 2 feet is. And then usually down to about the shank level where the shank comes in, that's going to give you another foot. So this is about 3 feet in length. And then you've probably got about another 20 inches or so to the end of that. It can really help you when you're planting to develop some kind of uniformity in your planting space, if in fact you're looking for that amount of symmetry. In this bucket, I've got crowns and roots. This is a root that was broken off of this crown. Both of these will grow. This will just take longer to get established than will this. This has a lot more energy contained within this root system. Therefore, it's going to grow a lot faster. I'm going to be alternating these crown, root, crown, root. Okay, I've already planted a crown right here. You can see the remnants of it sticking up. So I'm going to use this as my gauge. Here's my 2-foot mark right here. And then again, a foot off of the fence is going to put me right about here. So what I'll do is come in with my spade. And I like to get the spade all the way buried down as far as I can get it to decompact the soil. And then if you come in here a little bit closer, you can see I'm going to be dropping in a root into this space. Take the root, put it in sideways rather than planting it this way. And then as I release the soil and keep my finger in there, it's going to hold it at that level, and then I can push this down and set that right where it needs to be. And then before I move from that spot, I'll take and lay my shovel out again so that I'll know where my next mark's going to be. And the next one will be a crown right here. I'll just keep repeating that process. Lean forward, same thing with the crown. I'll just stick that in there, down about that level, maximizing the amount of soil to root contact. Pull that out, stomp it in, and move on. This is what that 2-foot spacing will yield, is plants that have this amount of room to kind of spread out. The chickens will be able to reach through the fence and work these plants at their leisure. Comfrey, like most plants, is best planted when it's dormant or entering a period of dormancy. Comfrey is one of those types of plants that's super resilient, and it's almost hard to mess up. And I've had success planting it in all of the seasons. As this comfrey begins to get itself established, these chickens are undoubtedly going to have a field day with it. I'll keep you apprised of future progress of this particular project and others. Please consider subscribing to this channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.